Hello, hello, hello. I'm your spiritual transformational life coach, Patricia Booker, here with Kingdom Business, where we are empowered, where we heal, we get delivered, and we get free. We know who we are. We elevate our minds and our spirits and raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose and power. And that is the truth of who God has created us to be. Kingdom people, kingdom people, kingdom people. We are history makers. We are world changers. We are dream successors. We are wealth generators. We are manifestors. We are curse breakers. And we are transformers. More than meets the eye. Yeah, kingdom people. We are. Thank you so much, kingdom people, for viewing my videos. Thank you for the likes, the subscribes, the shares, for all the financial contributions to my channel, and all of the seeds that you sow into my ministry. Thank you for all of the emails. Thank you for all of the bookings, all of the sessions. I really do appreciate you all, and it is from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, kingdom people. So, kingdom people, before we move on with this this word, this message, I just want to put out there that I am looking for people who have stories, testimonies, anything that you can share to encourage others, kingdom people, people who are just trying to find their way, just to be inspired by something that you have overcome, any testimony you may have, just to contribute to building the kingdom, building people, helping people, just giving them the encouragement and the motivation they need. And so I'm looking for stories because I'm going to be launching a podcast sometime next year. And so I want to, I need people to interview for the podcast, for each episode. And so I would like for you to send me an email at kingdomtrish@gmail.com if you are interested in being interviewed on my show, on my podcast show. And again, my email address is kingdomtrish@gmail.com. And so, so kingdom people, without further ado, as you already know, and if you don't know, I am here to drop this beat, this word, this message. Yeah. So, kingdom people, this is what God has been speaking to me about. It started, I want to say, about a week or so ago. And God said to me, I kept hearing transition. He said, you are in transition. Now, the funny thing is that I'm always in transition. And I said that. I said, I'm always in transition, God. What's new? But then he reminded me of last year when he spoke a word to me concerning the earth being in a transition. And last year on December 21st, there was an understanding and a revelation that December 21st was when the new earth will actually begin. And that was last year, 2020, December 21st, 2020. So God brought all that to my remembrance. And he let me know this year, December 21st, is the transition for you, for people. And I'm like, okay. And he was ministering to me that I've been prepared. He said he's been preparing his people for this particular transition. Although we've been in transition for some time, we've been, in the trenches, travailing and working and growing, evolving. This is something totally different, he's saying. It's what he's been preparing us for all along, for quite some time now. And for his kingdom people in particular. And so the other day I heard transported. And he said, you are being transported. So God is saying he's transporting you. And he's saying he's transporting you into your new. He's transporting you into your higher purpose. He's transporting you into your promises. He's even saying he's transporting you into your wealth. He's transporting you into your promised land. He is transporting you into that he's called you to do, and that he has for you. And what's happening is that there's a literal shift taking place, clearly. Transition, transport, excuse me. There's a literal shift happening where this is the thing. Everyone is not coming. I'm hearing he's separating the wheat from the tare. And so, as we know, and if you don't know, when the earth, should I say, transitioned and made that, it renewed itself and it went into the new world, what's happening is that those who are not in Christ Jesus will not enter into this new world. Those who are not walking with God will not enter into this new world. And so he's literally saying this is the transition period. The earth already renewed itself. Now he's transporting his people and transitioning his people into the new world, the new earth. I keep wanting to say world, kind of, not world in a worldly sense, in a carnal sense, but the world that God is creating for his people. And so it won't include, there's, in the world, they'll still be in the world in a carnal sense, but we won't be. We'll be in the new world, in this new earth. And he's saying to me that he's transporting and transitioning his people. It's already in motion, but it's going to take its full effect on December 21st, which is tomorrow. I am recording this video on December 20th. This is when I was led to do so. And because I have time to do so, God just kind of gave me to, speak this today. And so God is transitioning you, and he's transporting you into the new earth, into the new world he has created for you, for his people, for his kingdom people. And he's also giving me that he says that it's a spiritual transportation and a spiritual transition that's happening first. And so he said that you will start to see the material, the physical manifestations of that in the end of the first quarter, the beginning of the second quarter of next year, 2022, and so on. So on and on and on and on. Now, God tends to talk to me in quarters a lot. Last year, it happened. He would start talking to me about this will happen, and you will begin to see this, that, and the other in the first quarter of the year, and then it would transition into this in the second quarter of the year. And what he was specifically speaking to me last year actually happened exactly how he said it. Now, I don't know if you all know, but in the business world, that's how things are discussed and reported. Anyone who, any company or organization or anything like that, they have to report on a quarterly basis. And usually the first quarter is January through March. The second quarter is April through June. Through June. The third quarter is July through September. And the fourth quarter is October through December. So that's the fourth, second, third, and fourth quarter. So God is saying that you will start to see the manifestations of this transition and you being transported at the end of the first quarter, which is March, and the beginning of the first quarter, the second quarter, which is April, and so on. And so as God was talking to me, started talking to me about quarters, again, this is business. This is how we talk in business. Anyone who has owned any business, or if you even worked in a company where you deal with their financials, or you just know of it, maybe you just been educated on it. I myself know business, from doing business and also from being educated on having degrees actually in business administration and so forth. And so you report on a quarterly basis. Now it's different depending on what it is and where you're located and where your, I'll say in some instances, corporate office is located, in what part of the, I want to say the U.S. It may be slightly different in other countries, but for sure in the U.S. this is the quarterly reporting, how it goes. And again, depending on what the reporting is on, it can slightly shift. Sometimes it can be from the first quarter can be from it could be December, January, and February. The second quarter can be March, April, May. Depending on what it is, it can slightly differ. But the protocol, the basis of it is, as I indicated, the first, in the beginning. It starts at the beginning of the year, but it can slightly differ depending on what entity you're reporting to and or what it is that is being reported. Okay. I'm saying all that to say, I've been noticing how God tends to talk to me in quarters. Like it's business. He talks to me about these changes taking place like we doing business. He talks to me the way, the lingo that we have in the business world. And so I'm like, God, you keep talking to me in quarters like we doing business. Some of y'all probably already know what I'm getting ready to say. God said this is business. He said it is kingdom business. God is saying that this is kingdom business. That you have been about your Father's business, kingdom business. And so he's about your business, your kingdom business, kingdom people. That's right. So God is transitioning you. God is transporting you into your place in kingdom business. Now, let me read. I probably should have did this first, but let me back up a little bit. I'm going to read the definition for transition. The noun for transition is the process or a period of changing from one state or condition to another. So this transition is you changing from one state or condition to another, which means a change is going to take place, a transformation, if you will. So what you're being transitioned into is not what you're in now. So in the end of the first quarter and the second quarter of 2022, you're not going to be the same. You're not going to be the same person that you are now. You're not going to be in the same place. And I'm hearing mentally, spiritually, you might not even be in the same location. Some of you may not be in the same, I want to say job, or should I say working. Your career may shift, or whatever that may mean, for you. Some relationships are going to transition, meaning some of your good healthy relationships will go to the next level. They will improve. They will be a lot better. They will transition, and from one state to another. And I'm here to a more joyful state, I'm hearing wealthy, more healthy. It's just gonna be a improvement. I'm even hearing abundance. He's saying it's gonna be an abundance in everything in your life for the most part. Even where you in areas that you're still working on, you're gonna see a transition. It's gonna move from one state to another for the better. The condition is going to change because you've been putting in the work. You've been about your kingdom business. You're being about your Father's business. And so he's about your business. Now, the verb for transition is undergo or cause to undergo a process or period of transition. So you're undergoing or he's causing you to undergo a process or a period of transition. He's literally taking you through a process to change the condition of what you are to a more improved, better condition. He's literally getting you to your next. I'm hearing going from higher heights and from glory to glory. The glory of the Lord will be so evident upon you. And what I'm hearing is that people And even you, he's saying, will literally see the change. Know that something has changed. Know that a transition has taken place, whether they understand it in those terms or not. There will be a difference. Your condition is about to completely change. And again, I'm hearing spiritual, mental, physical, material. Everything is getting ready to transition for you. You are getting ready to be transported into your new. Now, transport. This is the definition for transport. Take or carry people or goods from one place to another by means of vehicle, aircraft, or ship. And another definition is overwhelm someone with strong emotion, especially joy. So God is saying he's your vehicle. He's your transportation to get you from that one place to the next. From the condition you're in now to this condition that he has awaiting you. And I'm hearing, in my Father's house there are many matches. If it wasn't so, I wouldn't have told. Oh, he has went to a place to he's gone. I can't even talk. And now, y'all know what I'm talking about. How he went before us. He went to that place to prepare a place for us. And in his house, there are many mansions. Now, he's saying that this ain't when we leave earth. We don't have to make our physical transition from earth to heaven in that way to get this one. But he has gone before us. He's prepared a place for us. He's moving us to it. He's transitioning us there. He's transporting us there. It's him doing this transporting. And I'm even hearing in our angels, because of course he has angels there to assist us. But, you know, that's all in the same, somewhat. It's our team, our spiritual team. But listen, the other definition for transport, it surprised me. It says overwhelm someone with strong emotion, especially joy. And God said that he's literally taking us and he's literally going to overwhelm us with so much joy. This thing that he's doing, this transportation that's taking place is bringing us more joy. We're going to be so full of joy. It says we will be overwhelmed. And he said he's transporting us and he's overwhelming us with so much joy. And I'm just literally, I said mentally too, reminded of how, you know, God has made me aware that people and I've heard, people say things like this, like people can't understand why are you so happy? Why you have so much joy? People do be wondering why you so happy and why you have so much joy. They don't understand because it's when you're in a relationship with God like that. I mean, I don't know. It's just some of us are just joyful. But I'm just mentioning all that to say, if they wondering why you so happy now, kingdom people, why you so full of joy, and I'm hearing they don't get it because they don't know God. When you don't know God like that, you're not in a relationship with him like that, it makes sense when you don't get it. Because you don't know him to get it. He ain't filling you. If God is not filling you with joy, you won't understand this happiness. You won't understand this peace. Look, I'm hearing this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. That's just a sad note. But it goes with this. They don't understand. The world can't understand the joy that you have because it was given by God. It's due to covenant, being in covenant with God, being in relationship with God, communing with God, just staying in the presence of God, God dwelling in you. That's joyful. However, he's saying he's transporting you to a new joy that will absolutely overwhelm you. So look out, because you already are experiencing it. Some of you can already feel this transition, transportation, and I'll say transformation taking place. You can already feel it internally. And you will see not the full manifestations, but they will begin to manifest materially, physically. I'm hearing even spiritually more, where you will be more spiritually inclined, evolved. Absolutely, yes. At the end of the first quarter and beginning the beginning of the second quarter of next year, 2022. Why the quarters, kingdom people? See, I'm speaking ahead of myself. Because this is kingdom business. God said this is kingdom business. Y'all about y'all father's business, his kingdom business. Hey, he got you. He's about your business. So, Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." And I'm going to say, and a wonderful future and an abundant future. Because that's what God is saying, a joyful future. These are his plans. He has plans for you. He has plans to transition you. He has plans to transport you. And he has plans to transform you and give you and overwhelm you with so much joy. So much joy. So, kingdom people, I'm going to let that rest right there. Receive your transition. I'm hearing not just receive it, get ready for your transition, your transportation, and your transformation, and being overwhelmed with joy. Now I'm going to let that rest right there. Kingdom people, if you like this video and or if it resonates with you, please just go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also, click on that red subscribe button and subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. And if you haven't, kingdom people, man, I don't even know what to say. But it's cool. Whenever you're ready, kingdom people, whenever you're ready, then click on that bell next to that red subscribe button so that you can get a notification every time I upload a new video, something like this one. Also, if you are interested in any of the services that I presently offer, you can find all the information right down below in the description box. And if you are interested in commenting on this video, you can go ahead and send me an email at kingdomtrish@gmail.com, as my comments are closed to keep the channel free from contamination. And kingdom people, if any of you are interested in my book, The Girl in the Mirror by Sheila Brooks. Sheila Brooks is my pen name. That link is right down below in the description box. Also, you can also find it on Amazon. I'll have some more options to get to be able to download the free ebook next year, sometime in the beginning of 2022, maybe around January, possibly February. I'm working on that now. So, in the meantime, if any of you are interested in getting that book, you can go ahead and get it from Amazon.com. And that link is also right down below in the description box. It's called The Girl in the Mirror by Sheila Brooks. Again, Sheila Brooks is my pen name. And so, yeah, kingdom people, I believe that's it. I believe. Yeah. But let me remind you that we are. We are history makers. We are world changers. We are dream successors. We are wealth generators. We are manifestors. We are curse breakers. And we are transformers more than meets the eye. Yeah, kingdom people. We are. I love you all so very much. I really do. I appreciate you all spending this time with me. And with that being said, kingdom people, much love, light, and peace, and many blessings to you all. Kingdom people, you already know. That's my time. Jesus girl, she is out. Peace.